This is ABC7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening. I'm Haley Wilgus. Thank you for joining us tonight. Football Friday night starts in just 15 minutes. But first tonight, Hurricane Hermine is now a tropical storm and well past the Suncoast, but that doesn't mean that the storm is done causing damage. Hermine is set to soak millions of residents up the eastern seaboard this Labor Day weekend. The storm has wreaked havoc through Florida, but now Georgia and the Carolinas as well. Hundreds of thousands are without power. Houses are wrecked and entire towns are practically underwater in those areas. Officials in cities even as far north as New York are urging residents not to take Hermine lightly.
The city's prepared, but as we always talk about in these situations, every New Yorker also has to be prepared themselves. You can be assured your city government is in a ready stance right now to deal with this crisis, but all New Yorkers have to get ready as well.
As for the latest on Hermine's path, let's head right over to meteorologist Steve Newman, who is in for Bob tonight. Steve.
Well, Haley, you can clearly see the swirl of Hermine off the Carolina coast right now. It's actually over South Carolina, moving into North Carolina. That's a tornado watch similar to what we had in North Florida yesterday. But on the backside, it's still influencing our weather, pulling in a fetch of subtropical moisture and tropical moisture into the Suncoast. But through the evening hours, you can see those showers have kind of thinned out to just a little bit of a mist and drizzle in some spots. There is Hermine now moving into the Carolina Outer Banks overnight. We'll look more closely at its projected path for the next 24 hours a little later on. But for us, we'll have a low chance of showers overnight, but then it increases right about sunrise tomorrow to 50% chance on average. The complete weather forecast coming up and the all-important Labor Day outlook in just a few minutes. Haley?
Thank you, Steve. A sure sign that Hermine left its mark here, a temporary shelter has now been established. After receiving more than 30 calls from residents forced out of their homes due to flooding, Manatee County's Emergency Operations Center and the Red Cross have opened a shelter at West Bradenton Baptist Church. EOC Chief Don Hermy advises anyone who wants to stay there to bring sleeping arrangements, snacks, and any medication you may need. The church is already open. It is located on 43rd Street West. You are encouraged to first call the American Red Cross at the number there on your screen, that 1844 number, but it is okay if you just show up. In Sarasota County, meanwhile, crews spent the day assessing damage on Siesta Key and clearing out damaged tree limbs on the beach. Officials say staff inspected more than 2,500 properties in the county today and found 30 were affected by Hermine. They estimate that the storm caused around $690,000 in damage. Residents on both Lido Beach and Minnesota Key have some serious erosion concerns tonight in the wake of Hermine. On Lido, condo owners say the beach needs more sand and a lot of it. Lido Key residents in the city of Sarasota want the Army Corps of Engineers to dredge sand from Big Pass. But nearby Siesta Key residents and Sarasota County are concerned that taking sand from between the two keys could compromise Siesta's famous flour-like sand. And on Minnesota Key, already troubling erosion was just made worse this week. Nearly all of the sandbags some residents tried using were washed away in the surf.
Losing more and more sand, waiting for approval from the state to get the large sandbags.
We're going to lose whatever we had that attracts people to this area. And of course, for us who live here, it's devastating.
On Minnesota Key, Miller says that he submitted an application to several state agencies for approval to put those larger sandbags out, but hasn't gotten it yet. The Sarasota County School District facing questions from students and parents over keeping school in session these last 2 days, and this district is standing by its decision. The district releasing a statement today saying student safety is its highest priority. Superintendent Lori White's decision came after consulting with emergency management officials and the district's director of safety and security. District officials say the majority of roads in the county were drivable. Because of the safety concern from parents, public school principals have been directed to excuse all student absences for these last 2 days. In other news tonight, the Sarasota Police Department has added 4 new members to the force. Chief Bernadette DePino hosted a swearing-in ceremony today for these new officers. 3 of the new officers grew up on the Suncoast and another moved to the area just to serve for SPD. Congrats and good luck. SpaceX is digging deep, trying to find out exactly what went wrong with yesterday's launch pad explosion in Cape Canaveral. The company is in the process of reviewing 3,000 channels of computer and video data, covering, get this, a time period of just 35 to 55 milliseconds. The accident occurred during a pre-launch test minutes before the engines of the Falcon rocket were supposed to briefly fire. And this was supposed to bring internet access to parts of Africa, which is very disappointing that this happened.
And it doesn't look like weather was a factor.
No, does not look like that. But, these scientists are the best in the world, and they will figure out what went wrong.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Well, weather's not going to be a factor for your outdoor recreation this weekend, at least after tomorrow morning. The complete weather forecast and tropical weather outlook and the track of Hermine coming up as it keeps going away from us coming up.
Across America with Mega Jackpots, it's Mega Millions.
Good evening, I'm Carol Blackman. It's Friday, September 2nd, and tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is an estimated annuitized $92 million. Win a jackpot, all you have to do is match all 5 white balls plus the gold Mega Ball. Get out your tickets. Good luck. The first number is 28 up next. It's 41. That's followed by 22. Then we have 60, and our final white ball is 46. Time now for the gold Mega Ball. The gold Mega Ball is 3. Your winning numbers are 28, 41, 22, 60, 46, and the gold Mega Ball is 3. Now, if no one matches all 6 numbers, Tuesday's jackpot could be $101 million.
Monday on ABC7 News at 7.
Our system of security is not a one-and-done kind of thing. It is a living system, so we will continue to make changes and improvements to it throughout the year.
Protecting Suncoast schools. We'll find out what measures the districts are using and the controversial measures that are being debated to respond to crises. I'm Alan Cohn. We'll have that story plus our roundtable discussion.
Monday on ABC7 News at 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
What does it mean when New South Window says Factory Direct?
It means we have a factory.
It means we eliminate the middleman.
It means you get an award-winning, energy-efficient window at factory direct pricing.
I'm consumer investigator Dale Cardwell. Replacing your windows will not just beautify your home, but save you big bucks on your energy bills. I've done the research. I've seen the factory. New South Window is my hands-down choice.
New South Window. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. Call now.
Getting older shouldn't mean giving up all the things she loves to do. It should just mean, well, finding new ways to do them. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to provide help with personal care, housekeeping, and of course, meal preparation.
Oh, that smells so good. Oh, and it tastes good too.
We can provide the right care right at home.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, we make sure you get the most for your money. More years, more miles, and when you're ready to sell, you'll get more money back. Come fall in love with the longest-lasting vehicle in its class, the Subaru Outback. Or lease a new 2017 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing right now during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
They care. They take the time to understand you, take the time to understand your case.
There's no better satisfaction to me than to see a client who is happy because of the job we've done for them.
It's really actually very comforting to know that there's someone that you've heard of and you're getting recommendations about that you can turn to when you have a problem.
I felt like I had a partner in this, and he was going to be by my side.
The all-new MySuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
Well, kind of a misty evening has really a surge of subtropical moisture on the backside of Hurricane Hermine has passed over the Suncoast, but it's beginning to thin out tonight. I don't think we're going to see a lot more in the way of rain overnight. We had a high today of 85, 5 degrees cooler than normal for this time of year. We should be about 90, and a record set back in 1962 of 95 degrees. Our rainfall, we're really looking good. We're above normal for the first time in months and months, almost 3 1/3 or about 3 1/3 inches above normal with our 2 inches of rain we got last night. Currently airport, it's 81 degrees with a dew point of 74. 4 degrees. And here is that rain kind of thinning out. Now there's more upstream coming in for tomorrow, so we're not out of the woods. It's not all gone yet, but as Hermine gets farther away from us, its pull of the subtropical moisture into these feeder bands will diminish, and we'll start to see less and less in the way of showers and thunder showers. Now speaking of Hermine, it has winds of 50 miles an hour moving into central part of coastal North Carolina right now, and the projected path takes it out off the Delmarva Peninsula, off New Jersey, and then it creeps just outside the New York City area. Now, it's not going to be a hurricane with 75-mile-an-hour winds on Monday. It's going to be a hybrid low. Superstorm Sandy was a hybrid low, and it made a sharp left turn, and it looked like it was trying to do that, but this one, what's going to be left of Hermine, is going to swirl around there before eventually moving out, but it could cause a lot of beach erosion, and as you can see from the RPM computer forecast, bringing in bands of rain, showers, strong winds. So it's going to be a messy Labor Day weekend for just about everybody in the Northeast. It's going to be a washout, as you can see in this rainfall forecast from the Carolinas, the Washington, D.C. area, New York. Going to get several inches of rain as we move through the weekend right on through Monday. Back here at home, our RPM forecast shows scattered showers and thunder showers as we get that last feeder band moving over us through tomorrow late afternoon. Then Sunday looks like a great day. Monday looks like a great day with the typical seasonal average chance of rainfall. Also, things are looking much better out on the water. Tomorrow, southwest winds to 10 knots, seas 2 to 3 feet, bay and inland waters only a light chop. The Gulf water temperature 82. It's been churned up by the hurricane, and 87 will be the air temperature at the beach with a UV index of 6. Here's a 7-day outlook showing that we'll have a 50% chance of showers and thunder showers on Saturday, and then a seasonal average right on through Labor Day. Going to be a beautiful Labor Day and right on through next week. We'll have more news right after this.
On air, online, and on your mobile device, this hurricane season turned to the official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7. We're here for you. ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Temperatures are rising, and the deals are hotter than ever during the summer clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Get the all-new Chrysler Pacifica for just $26,999 and get an additional $1,000 off with a trade-in. Hurry! Time is running out to get the new Dodge Journey for just $15,999. And right now, get up to $10,000 off a new Ram Crew Cab. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
Call right now to get your free Senior Care Compass ebook. Find out about the 5 best-kept secrets on financing senior care and assisted living.
Call now, 800-290-0352. 800-290-0352.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
There are a lot of world record attempts out there, but this has to be among the most patriotic. A company in Scranton, Pennsylvania is looking to build the biggest American flag ever. They've been working on it for 6 months, and when complete, it will be 40.5 feet long and 90.5 feet wide. They aim to have it flying next to the North Scranton Expressway later this year, but it weighs 400 pounds, so it's going to take 2 cranes to lift it up.
But what an awesome sight it's going to be when it gets flying.
Yeah, I think when you're driving, though, you're probably going to be a little distracted, but I like the patriotism.
Great Labor Day weekend shaping
Yeah.
up. We're going to end summer on a high note in the wake of a hurricane.
Like to hear that. Thank you, Steve. Well, thanks for joining us, and stay tuned. Football Friday night starts right now.
Football Friday nights, everyone. If you're watching this show, hopefully your team played tonight. But for many, another rainy day and a lot of cancellations.
Yeah, a rough week, a rough 2 weeks for high school football here on the Suncoast. But we've had a few games. You know?
Yeah, no, we did okay, and only one game in Sarasota or Manatee counties. But first tonight, we're going to show you all Manatee County schools were canceled early or postponed. And Sarasota High School versus Booker was the only game to play in Sarasota County. Here's a look at the games that have been rescheduled. Manatee High School's game against Palmetto has been moved to Monday night at 6 o'clock. 2 matchups will be held tomorrow morning. Out of Door Academy will face Keswick Christian at 11 o'clock. And St. Stephen's will host Lakeland Santa Fe Catholic also at 11 a.m. Bradenton Christian School's game against Shorecrest Prep has also been postponed, and we are waiting to hear on when that game will be held. And here's a look at the canceled games up there as well. So like I said, it's an easy choice for our first game tonight, Dwayne. It was the only game played in Sarasota or Manatee County, a heated matchup between Sarasota and Booker. Remember, 3 Sarasota players defected to Booker in this offseason, and emotions were definitely high in this game. Now, the Sailors would strike first and often tonight. Brian Gagg leading his receiver perfectly. Sarasota on top 7-0.
One of Sarasota's greatest players.
That's right, and the Sailors were firing on all cylinders. Booker's Arthur Brantley was stripped by senior tackle Bryant Adams, and he gets a rare touchdown for a defensive tackle. Always exciting. Now, unfortunately, this was the story of the game, a first quarter benches clearing brawl between these two teams. And as you can see, things got out of hand in a hurry. Refs were throwing flags, hats, just about anything they could to try and stop this madness.
Absolutely terrible. I think it's going to be very bad for these two programs.
Yeah, and we're told 7 total players from both teams were ejected, which means they'll likely have to sit out again next week. Now, Booker would finally get on the board in the second quarter thanks to a catch and run by former Sailor Talib Keaton, but Sarasota rolls in this one. Then out east, Booker's district mate DeSoto County hosted Avon Park, and things were bad early for the Bulldogs. Senior holder Nerion Washington fumbles a first quarter field goal attempt. And then Avon Park would pounce. Junior running back Montre Braswell hits the hole for 45 yards, nearly untouched. Red Devils up 7-0. Then in the second quarter, wide receiver D. Kearney takes the end around 5 yards for the score. But then there was a scary moment in this game as DeSoto freshman Juan Garibay needed a bay flight in the middle of this game.
Wow.
Now, it appeared to be a lower leg injury. We don't have any other details. We just hope it's not as serious as it seemed. Avon Park would eventually win this one 41-3. And Dwayne, weather was not a factor for another pair of area teams down south.
Well, not at all, Adam. For the Port Charlotte Pirates, it was all about work. Head coach Jordan Ingman trying to take his squad into the playoffs, looking for win number 2 this season. Now we start off in the second quarter. The Pirates already leading 3-0, and Ernest Harvey goes by a defender and picks up 16 yards, leading it to a field goal to make it 6-0 Pirates. Still in the second, clock winding down, and Devon Keys finds a hole and scampers all the way to the Cougars' 3-yard line for a 25-yard run. Same series, quarterback Paul Barnes sneaks in a couple yards for the score to make it 13-0 in the half. Pirates end up winning big, 33-7. And across the Peace River, these guys were ready to rumble as well. Their coach, this guy, Big Binky Waldrop, trying to steal one from the Trojans of Naples Lely. We start in the first, quarterback handoff to Big Malik Williams, barreling 15 yards into the end zone to make it 7-0. Go ahead, Malik. Still in the first, another quarterback handoff to Devontae Price. And look at this. He's all over the field, making defenders miss. He comes out on the positive end with about 40 yards to lead to a touchdown to make it 14-0. Cheerleaders pretty much liking this play. We'll see them right here. They love it. Now look at this. Quarterback D. Hicks in the pocket to pass to a wide open, guess who? Devontae Price for an 81-yard touchdown. This one got ugly real quick. It's a wrap. Tarpons take it 42-13.
Yeah, excellent games there, and coming up, we'll bring you a preview of Monday's rescheduled matchup between Palmetto and Manatee with Tiger head coach Dave Marino and senior defensive tackle Rashad Williams. Stick around.
ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Just because someone grows older, does that mean they have to grow apart from their friends or from the things they love to do? With Right at Home, it doesn't. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to help with personal care, housekeeping, meals, and most of all, staying engaged in life.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you ready to go?
Oh, I sure am.
We can provide the right care right at home.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
US Med has great news for anyone living with diabetes.
If you have Medicare, private insurance, or prescription drug coverage, US Med will ship a new glucose meter right to your home.
And shipping is free.
My new meter uses only a speck of blood, so it's less painful than my previous meter.
If you have Medicare, private insurance, or prescription drug coverage, you're covered with US Med. We're welcoming new patients, even if your current provider can't supply you anymore.
I don't even have to test on my fingers anymore. I can test on my hand or forearms, and it's more accurate than my old meter.
So call US Med today, and you'll have a choice of 2 great meters.
One that actually speaks your results, or a meter so small it fits on the bottle of strips.
Act now, and US Med will include a free prescription discount card. We'll also send you a free diabetes cookbook. This is your opportunity.
So call US Med today.
You'll be glad you did.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today.
Welcome back, and thanks to Tropical Storm Hermine, we are joined now by 7-year Palmetto coach Dave Marino and senior defensive tackle Rashad Williams, a Manatee High School transfer, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. Their game obviously moved to Monday, and Rashad, I want to start with you. What's it like as a player, obviously an emotional game for you personally, waiting all week for this game and now having to wait 3 more days?
It was kind of like, I'm ready to get this over with. Get the chills out, ready to play these boys.
Absolutely. And what's the plan this weekend now, you know?
We make sure we stay focused, stretch a lot, stay hydrated, watch film, go to each other's house, watch film.
And then go play some primetime football on Monday night.
Yes, sir.
Pretty nice. And Coach Marino, you know, going into this game, what do you do against a team like Manatee? What's your game plan? What's your X factor against a team like that?
Well, you know, our identity this year is going to be our offensive line. We're going to run the football. You know, we got our offensive line back. You know, 4 guys returning, and then plus Rod goes both ways for us. We got a good group of running backs. We got an athletic quarterback, so we're doing some things differently offensively that's enabling us to control the clock, move the football, keep the chains going, and then, you know, our defense is back from last year. So, you know, that's another strength, and our kicker's back. So, you know, we feel like with a good kicking game, making teams start on the 20 and playing good defense and solid defense, and then being able to run the football, that, you know, it's a recipe that we feel is going to be good for us to have success.
Absolutely. Now, Coach, you know, Class 7A, District 11, in my opinion, one of the most competitive districts in the state of Florida. You guys are in it. You have to compete against Braden River, Venice, Sarasota. How do you guys compete in such a tough conference?
Well, you know, we try to play a tough schedule early on to make sure that we're tested and we know exactly where we stand and what we need to improve upon. Last week was a great test. Going against Darian Felix from Fort Myers. Fort Myers is a perennial powerhouse year in and year out. They were 8-2 last year. They only lost to us and Charlotte, who was undefeated. So, we felt like we played pretty well last week, but, we found some areas that we needed to improve upon. And, we worked at it this week, albeit it was a shortened week. But, that's what we try to do. We try to play a tough schedule. We got Manatee this week, and then we play Southeast. So we feel by the time we get to district play, we know exactly who we are, what we're capable of, and we've been battle tested.
Gotcha. And Rashad, I got to ask you, you're a senior, you're going to move on, possibly play college football. What are you going to take away from Palmetto Tigers, being a Palmetto Tiger?
I grew up a lot since I came here, just from Manatee. Just really becoming a better man and doing what I got to do. But that's about it.
Attaboy.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, like you said, Coach, testing your team early in this season. Manatee certainly a test early in this season. This would be, what I assume a pretty big win, huh?
Yeah, it was a great game last year. It came down to the last second field goal, and unfortunately we were on the short end of that. But but we feel good about this year and what we're capable of. So
Excellent.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Very good. Well, Coach Marino, Rashad, thanks again for joining us. And coming up, guys, we have another Football Friday Night Flashback. We'll be right back.
From meeting curious lemurs to feeding big cats and hosing down rhinos, there's never a dull moment. And sometimes these amazing animals chime in. Tune in to Animal Outtakes to find out what they have to say.
Shop GoWildHonda.com. Lease a new Civic for $174 and no down payment, just $174. Get great clearance deals now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop head that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Get ready, college football fans. When you buy a $5 or more Fantasy 5 ticket and enter your team's drawing, you could win great prizes like team merchandise, tickets to your team's games, and other bowl game experiences. You could even win a championship weekend prize pack in Tampa or $10,000 cash. Fantasy 5 from the Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beauty Rest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Shop GoWildHonda.com. Lease a new Accord for $189 and no down payment, just $189 or 0.9% APR. Get great clearance deals now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
Welcome back. Tonight we're going back to 2005 for our Football Friday night flashback. The Booker Tornadoes fielding one of the top teams in the state that season. In their third game of the season, Booker shut out the vaunted Manatee Hurricanes 31-0. Booker's Sam Shields had a big night, rushing for 1 touchdown and catching another. Shields went on to star at the University of Miami and is now in his 7th season with the Green Bay Packers and is one of the top cornerbacks in the NFL. Booker made it all the way to the Class 3A championship game that season, losing to St. Augustine in the final.
And as we mentioned earlier, there was no football at Riverview High tonight, but the school welcomed 3 new members to its Athletic Hall of Fame. The 1991-1992 girls basketball team was honored for its Final Four appearance and undefeated regular season. 2 former coaches, Don Page and Jason Means, joining the team as new members of the Hall of Fame. Fellow Riverview Ram Hall of Famer member ABC7 Scott Dennis was the program's MC.
Now let's check in with ABC7 media critic Daniel Feingold for his very valued thoughts on our Week 2 performance. Daniel?
Oh, thank you. I did not know they were valued, but I appreciate that. And I will say, we're going to go high very early on in the season here. So the good news is we're going 5 out of 5, and I'll explain why in a second. The good news is we're going 5 out of 5. Gold bars, but the bad news is it's only downhill from here. You can't get higher than 5 out of 5. The reason is Mother Nature again dealt us a bad hand, and we pulled through. We had some great highlights. We had the coach on, and there we go. So 5 out of 5, you guys handled it very well. So I'm going to go with the perfect rating this week.
Gosh,
yeah,
it's an honor.
I know, and I think Coach Marino helped, and Rashad Williams helped as well.
They definitely get a gold bar each.
Absolutely.
For sure. Now, we also want to mention Northport did play tonight, but they played in Cape Coral against Ida Baker. Northport losing that game 6-28, and really that was it for football. Hermine did the rest, but we had a good time.
Yeah, and hopefully next week we can get all our games so we can have highlights and get everyone on here.
Absolutely, and pictures. Be sure to send those pictures in next week as well. Another big thanks to Palmetto High School for loaning 2 of their finest tonight. That's all the time we have. We'll see you next Friday.